I'm Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly.
Representative Chris Deluzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow.
I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
and the intelligence community
who take risks each day
to keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
and intelligence community professionals
against American citizens.
Like us. You all swore an oath
to protect and defend this Constitution.
And right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad,
but from right here at home.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law
or our Constitution.
We know this is hard,
and that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
the Army,
or Navy,
the Air Force,
your vigilance is critical.
And know that we have your back.
Because now, more than ever,
the American people need you.
We need you to stand up for our laws,
our Constitution,
and who we are as Americans. Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up the ship.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me just stress that this story that is emerging may be one of the most horrifying that I have seen in a long time. You may be wondering what this image I have on screen is. It is part of a campaign to create factions within the military to defy Donald Trump and foment civil war or a military coup. I'm not exaggerating. To be fair, to hammer everything looks like a nail. But for what purpose have been Democrats calling on people to, quote, pick an effing side? That's a senator from Connecticut who said that. For what purpose have Democrats been calling all of Trump's orders illegal, dictatorial, fascistic, and then calling on servicemen and women to defy the chain of command? This makes no sense. If it's no big deal the National Guard were deployed to our city streets and not doing anything but picking up trash, why do Democrats pretend to care? Here's the story. These billboards have been popping up reportedly across the country. It says, "Did you go airborne just to pull security for ICE? Not what you signed up for.org. This is illegal. It is a crime. I'm not exaggerating nor being cute. I have the law pulled up. This is an effort to foment factions within the military ranks so that they defy the chain of command. Secretary of War or the president himself. I'm going to show you exactly where this goes. We're going to pull up this website, but I need to say this right now. If Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth and the DOJ do not go after these people that are putting up these messages, this is the biggest, the most impactful escalation towards civil war we have ever seen in our generation. The fact that there are nonprofits being funded with billboard campaigns instructing our men and women in uniform to defy the chain of command. And I'm not gonna be cute with you guys. We know the intention. They're not explicitly saying, hey, don't do it, but you don't get to play this wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Here's the billboard. You can see it. Let's visit their website. Notwhatyousiguedupfor.org. And it says, not what you signed up for. You saw the billboard. You have questions. You're not alone.
I'm Adam Smith. I'm a former Green Beret and a veteran of almost 17 years in the United States military. And this is what I'm saying. I thought for certain that after the Seditious Six came out and Senator Mark Kelly, who was the worst of all, when they came out with their message, that the statement of fact, which I'll give them credit for. It is a statement of fact. You have a duty to not follow unlawful orders. But that's where it ends. That statement of fact is where it stops. We have to question the intention behind what they're doing and why this messaging is coming out in such force. And I can tell you why. When you can't sit down in front of an interviewer and answer the question of what orders that have been issued by the commander-in-chief or their commanders in general have been illegal, and you can't give one singular example, then there is a different intention happening. It's not to speak against unlawful orders, I can tell you that. It's in order to sow the seed of dissent, chaos, and sedition amongst the ranks of the United States military. And when this happens, it disrupts the ability of the United States national security infrastructure to perform its duties. As a former Green Beret, one of the things we have to do is think bigger picture. Yeah, we have to go out and have to take actions based on the lawful orders given to us and what our mission statements look like. But one of the critical things we have to do is think bigger picture. What are the second and third order effects of the actions we're about to take? More importantly, are there any potential geopolitical ramifications of the actions we're about to take? A lot of times they call Green Berets warrior diplomats. And we got to see that and witness it during the initial entry into Afghanistan. And now, most recently, a billboard popped up outside of Fayetteville, North Carolina, just outside of Fort Bragg, with a statement of, did you go to Airborne just to pull security for ICE? Brought to you by we didn't sign up for this.org. There is no coincidence in messaging. There is no coincidence in billboard placements or signage. And there is no coincidence that the seditious six, being led by Senator Mark Kelly, has come out with this information at this point. There is a concerted effort to sow the seeds of dissent amongst the ranks of the United States military.